Hello and welcome back to Exit Corners. Today we are playing chapter 20, which is called Two Sides. Two sides to what? There's two sides to everything, I guess. So when we jump in, hopefully we're going to find out. I feel like the previous chapter was like re-establishing, ready for the next stretch of whatever's going to happen. And this next one is kind of going to give us an idea of what's to come, because we've made the decision that we are going to go backwards and forwards between two different teams trying to get two corners done at once to save some time. That's what we think, but the reality of it, well, I guess we'll see. So let's go then. Chapter 20, Two Sides. Let's see what Ink has to say about all the stuff that just happened. I'm not quite happy with the balance of the teams, but I'm not sure another way that we could have really done it. I just think maybe Sean should have gone with Beth and Ray. I think that might have been a better setup, but I don't know. We'll see. Previously on Exit Corners. Recap me, please. Scent got him. Look how happy he is! Sean, my buddy from college, and more importantly, my contact, has been kidnapped and thrown into Exit Corners with the rest of us. Ray's contact, Tiana, has suffered the same fate. We found him unconscious on the floor of the main hall. It's just the question remains, why these two? It's the younger ones? Why not the dads? There was two dads as well. Sean was taken on... I don't know if I even just read that one, sorry. Sean was taken on campus while Tiana was abducted at home. Neither of them remember all that much leading up to the point that they were knocked out. At least it's more than the rest of us contestants remember. We got them up to speed with what's happened in Exit Corners up until now. It was a pretty quick recap, but it'll have to do. We've got the rest of the game to play after all, and only about 4 hours left to do so. To help us, Sean opened the blue door and the black door simultaneously. After some hemming and hawing, we decided to split into two groups to take on both doors at once. Hopefully this saves us some time. I hope Aoife doesn't turn out to be right when she was like, I don't think we should split up. We kind of just shut her down straight away. Aoife, Beth and Ray are going through the blue door. Sean, Tiana and Liza are going through the black door. Me? I'm going to go back and forth to help with puzzles when needed. So I get to do all the puzzles. But to start, the door I'll be going through is... black. I absolutely love how this transitions back into the reality of what we're doing. I'll go through the black door with Liza. I'll go through the black door with Liza, Tiana and Sean. The decision was a no-brainer for Ink. More than anything, he wanted to spend some time with new contestants. If only Ink could figure out why they had been added to the game last minute, it might help him figure out why any of them were there at all. Exactly. Then there was Liza. She was still hiding something. Oh yeah, something big. One way or another, Ink was going to find out what it was. Remember that when I was really obsessed with Liza and then I just forgot about everything? Between the three of them, Ink thought he was bound to learn something. Definitely. I want to play them the other way as well and see if you get a full-on different chapter because of it. The black door, sure thing bud, we could probably use the help. I understand, Aoife, Ray and I have more experience with these puzzles than the rest of you. Barring some drastic action on Scent's part, we can still switch between doors as we see fit. Let's hope you didn't jinx us with that comment. Ink knocked twice on a nearby table. Something at the back of his mind was telling him that it wasn't real wood, but he decided to ignore it. God damn it, if you didn't find some real wood, then it's obviously gonna jinx us all. Ink! Did Beth just slap us? Huh? What'd I do? You're bleeding again. Oh no. Ink put his hand to his nose. She was right. It had stopped as soon as it had started, and it hadn't really hurt like the last time, but Ink had experienced another nosebleed. He wiped the blood off on his sleeve. It hadn't bothered him at all, but he could see the other contestants were worried, Beth especially. That's probably our cue to hurry up. The exit corner's bug. It's got me again. And so they did. After exchanging various forms of good luck, no, please don't be breaking any legs. The contestants went through their designated doors. Cannot be dealing with someone breaking their leg right now. You be careful, okay? Ether thumbed away whatever blood must have remained on Ink's upper lip. No, use a tissue, girl. I'm sorry, that really grosses me out. Hey, that's my line. Ink mirrored Ether and jokingly ran a thumb over her upper lip. This is getting cozy. We're not very original, are we? No, I guess not. Ink chuckled. I'll catch you later then. Good luck, detective. Good luck, Ether. Ether went in for a quick hug, then the two contestants headed toward their respective doors. It was a good nap. Oh, okay, that's cute. And with that, Ink was the only contestant left in the hall. I'm not going to let you win, Scent. I'm getting out of here alive. Ink's words were met with silence, but he knew that Scent had gotten the message. Oh, I'm still so uncomfortable with this Gordon. Is Gordon the word? I think so. Finally, Ink stepped through the black door himself. The other contestants were chatting at the center of the bureau. So the door leading to the next room stays locked until we solve a puzzle? That's usually it, yeah. And if there's no puzzle on the monitor, what do we do then? It depends. It varies from room to room. Gotcha. Any ideas, Ink? So we're in the same room again, except this time it's all like cracked and it's darker. Let me see here. Come on, Ink. Didn't they say you were the best puzzle solver of the bunch? Give me a minute to look around the room at least. Jeez. Look at those cracks. Ink shook his head and made a lap around the study. Other than the obvious cracks along the edges of the room, the layout was nearly identical to the other two studies they had encountered. The monitor was indeed just an empty blue screen. So what's the scoop? This is the third time we've encountered a study-esque room like this. The layout is pretty similar to the last two. How do we get the monitor online? Not sure. You said this is the third room like this one you've encountered. What did you do? What did you do to get the monitor online those two times? Well, the last time the screen was on when we walked into the room, and the time before that, we never actually figured it out. If you never figured it out, how'd you clear the room? Ray tried to cheat, which made Scent blow up one of the explosives at the base of this building, and then Scent gave us an alternate puzzle, whatever that means. So you never actually figured it out? I did say this was going to come back and bite us in the butt. Well, if I didn't say it, I thought it. No, I guess we didn't. Well, you'll get a second. Oh my god, words are hard, guys. Today, words are hard. You'll get a second chance to figure it out right now, right? I guess, because it's been tearing me up inside, not knowing how to turn on this goddamn fucking puzzle. Let's split up and give the room a good floor-to-ceiling search. Sounds good. I'll take this side over here. The 4 contestants split off, each heading to a different corner of the room. Ink began his search on the right side of the room and was almost immediately overcome with deja vu. Man, this room's a little worse for wear, but these rooms are nearly identical. I mean, I know this place is fashioned after a hotel, but something about this feels off. Maybe it's copied and pasted, because it's a computer simulation. It's the only explanation I've got, it really is. The smell was the same too, the same musty smell that had reminded him so much of the bookstore he used to visit and the person he used to be. Ink shook his head. There was no time to reminisce. Maybe they pulled the smell of the old bookstore out of his head and placed it in the simulation. He scoured a nearby bookshelf top to bottom, reading every spine, but found absolutely nothing that stood out. Tiana edged closer and closer to him as they searched. He couldn't help but sneer. Hey, find anything? No. Ink was happy to end the conversation right then and there, but Tiana continued to stare at him. Let me ask you something, Ink. Is it important? How well do you think you know Ray? I don't know. I've known him for less than a day, so probably not super well. Ink turned away from her. Listen, I don't think we have the time to chat about Ray right now. Let's keep searching. Oh no, again? Already? Ugh. Hey, what's going on over here? Whoa, you okay, Tiana? Yeah, just a little bleeding. I think it's starting to go away. Ink giving you a hard time or something? Ink didn't do anything. Yeah, didn't think so. Ink's a total softie. The Sean soundtrack. Anyway, look how cuddly he is. Sean wound his arms around Ink for a very tight hug. This was perhaps Sean's favourite form of harassment. Ink winced as Sean dragged his prickly beard across his cheek. You can stop it now. Come on, man, I'm just teasing you. You ought to know that by now. Is this how you treat your legion of girlfriends? Only the ones who are giving me a hard time. Gotta assert dominance, you know? You're disgusting. Yep. Sean snickered in acknowledgement. He took a book off the nearby shelf and began to rifle through it aimlessly. This music just reminds me of playing 428 Shibuya Scramble, and each character has their own soundtrack, and like it's kind of been consistent throughout this game, and now that Sean's here, things have got like groovy. It's funny. Which, by the way, everyone should play 428 Shibuya Scramble if you like visual novels. That is a great game. That is a lot of fun. And intense as well. It's really good. Say, you consider yourself a bibliophile, right, Ink? Yeah, for sure. You ever fuck a book? What? Sean, knock it off! Oh, come on, it's just a little thought exercise. So, Ink, were you ever, like, physically intimate with a book? Come on, I don't like books that much. And you know that's not what bibliophile means, right? Good answer, bud. Sean began to flip through the pages faster now, clearly not reading a thing. Could you imagine it though? I don't know, maybe. What's the point of this exactly? Much to his chagrin, the thought suddenly crossed his mind. He imagined how utterly ridiculous it would look and how awkward it might feel. He imagined the stench and considered the potential for some unfortunate paper cuts. Yikes. And then, a split second later, he cast that silly imagery from his mind. Sean got into his head. Listen, are you going somewhere with this, or are you just trying to be funny? This is clearly a setup for some kind of idiotic joke. Almost. I don't really have a punchline or anything. I was just kind of playing off the whole bibliophile thing. I learned that word just the other day, you know? I can tell. Anyway, the real reason I'm bugging you guys is because I figured out how to get the monitor to work. What? Really? Yes, sir. I'm pretty positive this is it. Come check it out. Boom. What are we looking for exactly? Oh, hey, Liza. Almost forgot you were here. Anyway, have a closer look. See if one of you can find it. Shouldn't be too tough. Let's see. These books look like they're from authors with last names that start with S, T, U, and V. Uh-huh. Now which of those letters is most important to us? S? Scent? Wait, let me just think. Sean, scent. I think that's all I've got. Four Seasons Hotel. Ink. It's gotta be S. S for scent, of course. Attaboy. Phew! Why was scent your first thought? The guy's clearly got a huge ego. Of course he's gonna make us search for him. It's pretty obvious if you think about it. Scent's not the only one with a big ego. If you'll just look down here near the bottom. Sure enough, near the bottom of the bookshelf there were 4 titles that stood out. The Truth Behind Your Abduction, volumes 2, 4, 3, and 1. What? Each volume had been written by one Scent. First name Scent, surname Scent. The Truth Behind Your Abduction. Can we read these, please? Ink picked up volume 2 and leafed through it. Oh, every single page was blank. I can't say I expected much else. He's a jokester, that Scent. The important bit isn't the pages though. Look. Sean grabbed the book from Ink's hands and pointed at its spine. Look how thick it is. There's definitely something embedded in here. Now let's see what happens if we arrange the books like so. Sean rearranged the 4 volumes so they were in ascending order. And just like that, Ink heard the monitor spark to life. Nice one, Sean. Coming here and just smashing it. Huh. They must have read some RFID tags in the spine. Come on. You're telling me this is what had you guys stumped earlier? Well, I can't be sure this is what the solution was last time, but yeah, maybe. You poor schmuck. No wonder it's taken you so long to clear all those rooms. Hey, I hadn't even been looking at that side of the room. I definitely wouldn't have missed that. Actually, now that I think about it. Liza, weren't you looking through that part of the room? Back in the green wing? I don't remember. No, it was definitely you. How do you miss that? You don't think books titled The Truth Behind Your Abduction might be a little suspicious? The author's name Scent, for goodness sakes? I didn't have the time to read every single title on the shelf. It'd take you like 30 seconds. Whose side are you on here? I missed them, okay? It's the reading thing again. Yeah. Why are you picking on Liza like this? She must have just missed them, that's all. You know, I'd never pick on you, honey. Oh, shut up. Alas, rejection. My heart is being ripped asunder. Better get used to it. Seriously though, my insides feel like total garbo. In a flash, Sean had gone from his usual chipper self to kneeling over, groaning in agony. Sean, here, let me get you some napkins or paper or something. It's okay, it's calming down. These are getting more and more frequent. There's only so much blood we can lose before more serious effects start cropping up. That's the thing, right? Like, why are they suddenly getting, like, in the last chapter, this has happened now 4 times? That's like more than as many as the rest of the time combined. Why don't we get started on this puzzle then? Oh, Annie's better again. Right, might do me some good to think about something else. It did sound like he had pain that time though. You guys get started. I need a sec. Let's check on our straggler first. Liza. What? Listen, I didn't mean to sound so critical of you back there. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have let it get to me. I really was trying though, to help. It's frustrating that I missed something so obvious. Don't worry about it. There's no guarantee we had the same puzzle back through the green wing. Besides, rummaging through a bookshelf probably isn't something you do every day. Exactly. Most of what I read is on the computer. Fiction, news, company dossiers? Dossiers? You mean the documents relating to your father's company? Those are all stored locally at your home? What do you take us for, Neanderthals? Stuff like that's too vulnerable to just leave around in a filing cabinet or a random server. Our home network's the safest place for it. That makes it sound kinda sketchy. You've got the wrong idea. It's sensitive information, that's all. Trade secrets, important research, transaction details. CEO's eyes only. You are so ignorant sometimes. But you're not the CEO. Yeah, but I will be eventually, so it's okay if I have a peek now. I'm just getting a head start on things. I only look up the business side of things anyway. The research is basically gobbledygook to someone who isn't a neuroscientist. Your father doesn't know you've been snooping around in those archives, does he? Why are you being so pushy, huh? I can't believe I'm wasting my time humouring you. Enough of this. We've got a puzzle to solve. I'm gonna have to go back and check some things because I'm blanking on a couple of things. I can't remember her father's exact line of work. I know he had something to do with the university. And I can't remember what it was that Tiana stole from Ray. What the project was. I know it was for a scholarship. And it was something to do with coding. I can't remember what it was though. Right, enough of this. We've got a puzzle to solve. I'll get answers from you yet, Liza. I know you're hiding something. But for now, I agree with you. Let's go and solve this thing. Okay, it's puzzle time. We can do this. Match edges. This should be easy. Right, hold on, let's have a think a second. So we're gonna match the edges with the matching colour, obviously. The defining ones are the blue ones. I guess it doesn't matter if we've got something else on the edge, but maybe it does. No, it probably doesn't. If it did, this would go in the bottom. Oh, it didn't have to be that though, it could be that. That. There. Does this mean something? Is this something or is this absolutely nothing? Let's check. Okay, we got it. Again, we probably should have spoke to some of those people just to see what they got to say and get to know them a bit better, but oh well, I solved it. Nice, nice. Well done, lads. Ahem. And lasses. Lads and lasses. I heard the door unlocked just now. We should get a move on. That's 2 down. We'll have this thing beat in no time. To victory! Oh, whatever. With gusto, Sean marched over to the door and essentially kicked it open. Liza followed him shortly thereafter. Hey. Oh, hey, Tiana. I want to pick up where we left off. Ink sighed, shooing Tiana with a dismissive wave. You mean about Ray? Listen, that's not important. We need to keep moving, keep solving these puzzles. Ink turned away to resume his search, but Tiana grabbed his arm and forcefully spun him around. She pinned him against the bookshelf and wore a gaze so intense, Ink couldn't help but yelp. Did I do something to offend you? No, what are you talking about? You've been giving me the cold shoulder ever since I woke up here. You're real chummy with everybody else, but you don't seem to want to have anything to do with me. You don't want to talk to me, you rarely answer my questions, and you're just being rude in general. And it's just you. Everyone else is at least pretending to like me. So what's got you riled up that you won't so much as look at me, huh? Oh, I mean, we're the only ones that know what she did, right? Ink tried to wriggle free of her grasp, but it was no use. She was much stronger than he was. He squirmed a bit more to make it look as though he were just trying to get comfortable, but that didn't appear to work either. Wait, he couldn't get out of a grasp, so then he was just trying to make it look like he was getting comfortable? Okay. First of all, this isn't helping. Exactly, don't just grab someone and pin them against the wall. Finally, she let go of Ink, though she didn't back away. There was a lull as Ink tried to think of something to say. He told you about me, didn't he? Yeah. A little, yeah. A little about your relationship, a little about that, algorithm. That's what it was they were working on. I can't remember what it did though. RN. That's the one. It's just, I don't understand how you could do that to someone. Whatever he told you, I can guarantee you only heard what he wants you to hear. I know the man better than anyone else. He's sure to paint his words to make it look like he was the victim in all of this. There are 2 sides to every story, Ink. Remember that. Hey, wait. Is she just gonna leave it at that? It was Ink's turn to grab Tiana's wrist as she turned to leave. What? Oh, I thought she was just gonna shrug it off since she's stronger than we are. You gonna walk away? Just like that? I have the information I wanted. That's all I care about. She just wanted to know if he told us, or if we knew about the algorithm. I feel like I'm being manipulated. Aren't you going to tell me what happened between the two of you? What really happened? She snapped her arm back to her side. No, because I'm above bad-mouthing people when they aren't around, and I thought you wanted to hurry up and escape. I mean, it's not as if he was just wanting to badmouth her to anyone that would listen. Like, it took us a long time to get him to tell us about this, you know? I see. Sorry I asked. Look, if you can get Ray on board with it, I'll tell you the whole thing. If you can get Ray on board with it? For now, though, don't be so quick to trust Ray. Oh no, don't tell me that. Ray's my buddy. That's all you wanted with me then? Yeah, sorry for being so forceful. Bad habit of mine. We're not friends, Ink, and I'm not sure we ever will be, but I don't want to be enemies. I can agree to that at least. I'll try and keep you in the loop from now on. Should we join up with Liza and Sean? Yeah, let's go. Ink arrived to find Sean and Liza mid-conversation. Sean was trying to hit on her, no doubt. The cracks are continuing through this area. Tiana stepped in to intervene, an exasperated look on her face. And that's when Ink heard it, felt it. Oh, fuck. Ink froze. It had been a while since he'd heard it, but there was no mistaking that sound. Is it... That's my Gemini. Ink stared at his Gemini, awestruck. He looked up and then back down at the device, then up once more. Sean is right there. So who is it? Hello? How are you, Ink? No! Don't give me goosebumps and then just end it there. How are you, Sean? That felt too formal to... Wait, how are you, Ink? Sorry, it said Sean underneath as his contact name. That felt too formal, like if it was Sean. Like if it was supposed to be Sean. Who was it? Who would have found the well, the person who would have the Gemini would be the person who kidnapped him, right? Let me see. The sound of your voice. I have no idea who that's gonna be about. Extras, standings. They haven't been added. I don't think they're gonna get added. And I don't know what this paranoia is about. I'm paranoia right now. I'm scared. We're being messed with from multiple different angles, now including our Gemini. Okay, that was chapter 21. That was chapter 20. We'll be back next time with chapter 21, the sound of your voice. I'm very curious. Like, that could relate to anyone. But mostly I just need to see what's happening with this message. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.